First of all, we needed James and Edward doing goods. Oh, so we need James. Okay, and it's going to need to be the Hornby Edward, because the Bachman Edward has been taken up by someone else. So there's James. I believe he's supposed to be double heading with Edward, so I'll grab Edward. All right. Who wants to go at the front? I think we will let Edward go at the front. There we go. See if I can put him on there. Okay, of course these two should be quite evenly matched in terms of speed because they've got the same mechanism. And they're supposed to have a good strain, I think, so I'll put some of these on. And as I said, these are the LMS milk vans. They actually have 6 wheels on them rather than just 4. And the centre set of wheels, quite interestingly, is articulated, so they can go around fairly tight curves. And with them being quite old models, that's quite essential because curves in those days were a lot tighter than they are today. You saw a lot of first radius and a lot of second radius back in those days in the, I suppose, 70s. I assume it will be 70s when these were built. So a lot of first radius about in those days. Never tried these on first radius, I don't think, but I assume they would work just fine. But there we go. So there's Edward and James pulling a little bit of a good strain there together. Hopefully those two will get on just fine. We also wanted the Bachman Edward with some clerestory coaches. So let me grab the Bachman Edward if I can. Where are you, Edward? Where's he hiding? Oh, there he is. Okay. Hopefully the Bachman Edward won't let us down today. And he's supposed to have some clerestories, I believe. So let me put Edward down. Here he goes. And I'll grab 1 or 2 of my clerestories. So I'll just leave Edward there for you for a second. I assume you'll have meant the LNER liveried clerestories, because I actually have some LMS ones as well. But yeah, these will do, I think. One of them's gotten caught on the bubble wrap. I always put bubble wrap in the bottom of my containers just to protect everything, but yeah, one of the coupling hooks got stuck around it. But okay, so some clerestories then, and then finally we're going to want to put Donald and Douglas next to each other with the green coach in between. That is definitely not something I've ever done before. What an unusual idea that is. Again, if someone knows what that's all about, let me know in a second when I get back to the computer, and I'll announce that. But yeah, surely that must have happened in a story at some point. Either that or you're very creative. So here's Donald and Douglas. I hope this is going to work okay. I hope they don't pull each other off. But I think that one's Douglas, number 10. And his tender's come disconnected, so I'm going to have to put that back on. Hang on. So there is Douglas, I believe. Yeah, I think 10 is Douglas. There's the green coach. Let's put that on. And then Donald facing the other direction. This is weird. It reminds me a little bit of a Garrett, I suppose, with a coach in between. Garretts looked a bit like this, didn't they? With well, not really, but it's the closest I've got to a Garrett, let's say. Donald and Douglas. Right, let me try and get this coach coupled. Coach? Well, it is a coach. Coupled to the tender of Donald. Okay, let's see if it works, shall we? This is one of the oddest things I've ever done. It does seem to work. Okay, that's good. Let's try the Bachman Edward. There he goes with the teaks, and of course Edward and James double heading their little bit of a goods train, some LMS milk train in fact. So yep, that's good. Let's have a little running session with these. As always, thank you very much to the requests. That's all the requests I'm going to have time for today, but as always, any that I didn't do today I will carry over to next week, but I don't think there's many. There's one from Camille, and I think maybe one more. So there we go. There's James and Edward looking brilliant together. Donald and Douglas, I don't know if you'll hear this, but I'm hearing quite a lot of squeaking from those. So maybe they need a bit of a service, I don't know. Give you a wave. There goes everybody. Let's see if we can see Donald and Douglas go by here. Look at that. What a strange idea. I like it though. NK Productions 2014 says, from Series 2, Sam, when they were snow ploughing, I think it was. Okay, so it did happen in the show then, if that's anything to go by. Very cool. Well, you hadn't lost your mind then. that actually did happen. There was an episode where Donald and Douglas were clearing snow and were in that formation, so Harry Todd Hunter agrees. So that must be what happened then, Donald and Douglas clearing snow. That's how it happened. If those guys are right, and normally people like that are, people know what they're talking about normally when they talk about Thomas and Friends. So there you go, that's what happened, and just waiting for it now. Come on, should be appearing any moment. There they go, Donald and Douglas. And let's just wait here, we'll leave the camera here for Edward to come by. Come on Edward, where are you? Here he is, with his clerestory coaches, and I think he looks fantastic with them actually, so really good idea for that, thank you for those. I don't run the clerestories all that much, so it was nice to give those a little bit of a run. And here now come old Edward and James pulling their goods train, looking very good together. Let's have them go by, shall we? So thanks for those, that was fantastic. Let's have one more little chat with you then before I say goodbye. Let's see what everyone's saying. Thomas Train 9025 says, can I have a shout out? So Robert T sent this, and this is something he made. It says Sam's Trains, and I think this was for my 20,000. Yes, you can see there's a number 20,000 on the engine there. So that's fantastic, Robert. Thank you very much for that. There's also this one from Lucas. It looks like he's got some kind of Class 31 with a 125 HST behind it. Out some of the other entries for the Bullman competition. So as you know, I am giving away a Bullman today. Here he is. He's called Bilious, and I've got everybody's name. Let me show you. Everybody's name is in this container who sent super chats, but of course I haven't got a chance to print out the super chats that came in today, so I'm going to have to write them out. And here they are. I've got a bit of paper to write those out. If I can find my pen. I don't know what I've done with my pen. Oh, I dropped it, that's right. So there we go. What I'm also going to do is just listen, see if the audio sync is still okay. Here he is. He's called Bilious. Yeah, the audio sync isn't too bad my end now, so hopefully that's okay. What did I have to do next? Right, yes, I am going to do some snups later on if I get a chance. But today what I think I'm going to have to do is, right now what I'm going to do is write up some of the entries for the competition. So this might not be all that interesting. I apologise if it's not. But, you know, it is what it is. I don't want to miss anybody out. So here we have Charles Curtis. I'm just going to abbreviate them so I'm not here all day. So Charles C, I'm going to fold them in half because they're all folded in half just so that I can't cheat while I'm drawing them out. We've got James Stewart. Wasn't there an actor called James Stewart? I don't know if I'm thinking about the right person. He was in the Glenn Miller story, wasn't he? War Hero. We also have War Hero sent another one. He says, I got my E4 from Rails of Sheffield since I live in the USA. Mine's the BR Black, and I have some LMS coaches as well. Here's to another 20k subs, and he sent another super chat. Thank you so much, War Hero. That's really, really kind of you. Very nice. Thank you, War Hero. And you got the BR Black one, which I think is beautiful. So that means there is a BR Black one then. I was right. Good. Carl C. I will just put C so I'll know who it was. If it's written in pen, it's one that's come through today, so it'll be quite easy to find. Andrew Keeley. I know Andrew's got a few requests in already because... he's got a few entries in already because he's sent super chats basically every week. So thank you for your support, Andrew. We have Lucad Hagman. I'll just put Lucad H for ease of use. Then we have Shine Ortis, who again I think has got quite a few entries already. Because he's again been really supportive this whole time. We've got the Ugly Duckman, Ugly D. That's quite suggestive, isn't it? Let's not go there. Jake Darlin, of course. Again, Jake has got loads of entries already. So I would like it to be someone that's donated a lot, but I haven't got any control over that. I'm going to be drawing someone at random. And then, of course, once I've done the draw, once I've chosen who it's going to be, I will contact you if possible, but if I can't contact you for any reason, you'll want to contact me. And you've got until tomorrow morning to get in touch. Stevens Railway. And if by tomorrow morning I haven't heard from you, I'll draw somebody else and get it off, because I don't want to mess around. I want the winner to have him as quickly as possible. So we've got Rob Humphreys, and it'd be nice if Rob could win it for his kids, of course, so fingers crossed. Lee Molson again, and again Lee has been really, really supportive this whole time. So thank you, Lee. Lucad H again, who's already got one. I'm limiting it to 2 requests a week, because there are people who sent in loads, and I think it's a bit unfair if they have, you know, just keep sending 50p at a time and get loads of entries. So I've limited it to 2, but I've said that. I told people that I was doing that, so it's not unfair to say that. The Imperial, I'll just put the Imperial D. There we go. What a name that is. D. There we are, to save time. And then Lolsus for you. Lolsus for you, what does that mean? For you, these are the people I don't think I've seen yet. He says, can you do Mallard pulling all Bullman goods train, please? Okay, yes, I will put the Bullmans together again. Alex Scott says, hi Sam. Hi Alex, thank you very much for your support. AZ Rail sent another one. There you go. Sorry about this, by the way, this can't be very interesting to watch. But it's got to be done, because I like to be fair as possible in these competitions. We've got Deltic Dan. I'll put Deltic D. He says he brought a Bachmann Sound Deltic yesterday. Oh wow, that's fantastic. I bet it cost you a fair bit, mind. I think that review was worth a super chat, says Northern Soul Express. I don't think it was, but thank you very much, Callum. I do appreciate that. And Nyrate Goal again. He says, sorry, same. Going to have to watch this stream later. Have to mind a rather sick friend. Can you run the J36 being pulled by Billions? I guess you mean, I don't know, Billions? Not too sure. Anyway, that's Nyrate. I hope your friend gets better anyway. It's always sad to hear that people aren't well. But with such a generous carer, I'm sure he will get well. And Rotineti, I don't know how you spell that. Let's see this. R-O-N-I-N-T-E-R. One. There we go. And to anybody else, the competition is now closed. So as always, I do appreciate any more super chats you guys want to send, but for now they won't be entered into Bullman. So I did get a couple more. We had Daniel Pulley. You managed to just squeeze in. And War Hero squeezed in. But from now on, anybody who sends them isn't going to be entered for Bullman, because I'm going to be doing the draw in just a second. So there we go. War Hero is the last one, and because there's a 30-second delay, I will check one more time just to double check. Yes, that's that. So I'm going to do the draw in just a second or two. So again, you know, it is a competition. I'm sorry that everybody can't win. I've tried to be fair and give everybody a shout out. There can of course be only one winner. So if you don't win, don't feel bad, but hopefully the winner will enjoy having their own Bullman. And I'm going to pick it now. So what should I do? I should probably not look, should I? And I'm going to make sure that nobody's complaining about the sound, just in case there's a problem for this section. I don't want to mess this up. No one's complaining about the sound. And Andy G13GLA says Sam needs an assistant to write up the super chats. Yes, that would have been nice, but no, I'm doing it on my own, single manning it. But that's all right. So I'm going to try not to look while I do this, because I can see some of the names. So where shall I look? I'll look into the camera creepily and do this. All right, I'm going to grab a name. Okay, I've got one. And it is Taggart 00, Taggart 00. There we go. There's a name, just in case you don't believe me. Out of focus. Can you see it? It's Taggart 00. So if you're watching Taggart, send me a message on, it'll have to be on YouTube, because otherwise people will pretend it's them on Facebook and things. I will try and find your channel and send you a message, but not all channels do have a message. And I tell you what I will do is I will draw a second person, just in case Taggart can't claim the prize for any reason. So I'm going to draw somebody else, and if this is you, don't contact me or anything like that. You haven't won anything, but if Taggart 00 doesn't get in touch, then you might. So be on standby. So this is the runner-up who hasn't actually got a prize, but if something happens and Taggart 00 doesn't get in touch, then this is who won. So this is Sonic Crafter #Speedcraft. So if anything goes wrong and the first prize winner doesn't claim the prize, then I'll be sending it to you. So be on standby this week and I'll send you a message. But yeah, that's it for the competition. Thank you very much to everyone who entered. You've all done wonders for my channel, and you're keeping me here. You're keeping me doing what I love. So thank you very much to everybody. What I'll do now then is a little bit of a snup section. So let me get snups sorted out for you, because Then Mark sent me this. Now, this is quite interesting because apparently Bullman, do you remember Bullman that, no, it wasn't Bullman, Bilius, that got given away? Well, he's ended up at some sort of heritage railway place in a cabinet, and you can actually go and see him there. And Mark's kids obviously went and saw him. You can just about see Bullman, Bilius there. I forget what the name of the place was now, but he is on public display, which I thought was pretty cool. Then Kyle S sent this. It said, okay, feeling frightened yet? Yes, Kelly, the trepidation is building up inside me at the thought of running that great train you asked for. I'm not doing the scared look. You can do it yourself in the emojis if you like. Anyway, let's not get sidetracked. Let's get some requests done, shall we? So, we have Tagot00 wanted to see the DJM J94, which is a strange request. They're nice engines, but not nice models, in my opinion, although we've seen worse since. With some 16-ton mineral wagons, so I've done that. The Flying Yorkshireman wanted to see a blue steam locomotive and a blue diesel of my choice, I think. You didn't specify. With a passenger train, I believe. Oh, Whammy Radio by Christian Mann. Thank you very much. Here's another contribution. If I keep this up, I'll have something about him enabling me to afford something crazy, I guess. Let's have a look. You help me afford a frying pan for your eggs after the egg cars keep derailing. That's a good point, although I don't think I'd want to fry up and eat eggs that are smashed all over my carpet. But that's very generous. I will consider a frying pan, yes. Although anybody crazy enough to put actual eggs into Dapol egg vans, deserves whatever comes to them, because I wouldn't do it with the way they derail. So there we go, we've got that anyway. And then the Shining Time 4 wanted to see the Dapol B4. You see, that's a decent Dapol loco. No, see, they're not all bad, don't take that impression. With 6 ocean wagons and an LSWR brake. Well, I'll say it's not a bad loco, it's a very, very expensive loco for what it is, and I think 040s from other manufacturers have had better features and better quality, but overall it's no complaints, it does what it's supposed to. So there is the J94 on the feedback controller. Sounds a bit like a dying baby, unfortunately, although not that I know what such a thing sounds like. And then we have, I chose the USA Dock Tank and the Class 25 Rat with some Pullman coaches. And then, of course, the B4, which isn't working. After all I've just said, there we go, no problem. Yeah, I must say I like the B4. It's a good looking loco. So as an enthusiast, yes, it is a loco I'll often run. I enjoy it. So there it goes with the ocean wagons, the first of many ocean appearances, I imagine. Yeah, people like those. I like them, obviously, because I've got about 30. This is a combination I've never done before, the 25 and the... oh, something's derailed. Hold that thought. Where is it? Oh, an ocean wagon. They don't usually derail. How has that happened? The only thing I can think of is the mismatched... No, it's not even a mishmash. Johnny English going on there. Yeah, it's not a mismatched coupling because the J94 I've fit a big, large tension lock on it. That's strange. Oh well, we'll get it into shot here and see if I can't pop it back on. Yeah, that's weird. Okay, try that again. Keep an eye on that, shall we? Jason Biggs, thank you very, very much. He says, hello Sam, long time no see, and I missed the end. I never get to them in time, do I? What am I like? Okay, I saw Whammy's, or W-A-M-Y, they're in capitals, so I'm guessing it's not supposed to say Sammy. Whammy, even. Jason Biggs, yes. Long time no see, can you run an Oxford rail train, but not the cannon? Oh, that's very firm. Not the cannon, okay. Only egg vans can sustain us, says William Town. I disagree, but fair enough. Let's have another look. Let's get these run. Oh, we just missed the back end of that LSWR brake there, not to worry. Let's go for another lap, shall we? What do you reckon? People have been saying they want to see more trains run, so we will do that. Nice rake of Pullmans, of course, looking pretty good. There we go. And sure enough, yeah, the J94 does run a little bit better. It's not an amazing runner, but it is better, I would say, on the non-feedback controller, which is expected. Yeah, it's not bad, is it, that? Still not much of a crawler, unfortunately. I wouldn't say the crawl's any better, but it is perhaps a little bit less underpowered, yeah, on the better controller, but yeah, it's still not a loco I'd recommend unless you can get it really, really cheap. But yeah, they're not bad. Hello. We got a nice shot of the back end of that PC. I've pulled this PC forwards now because the cables and that were getting in the way of the track. It looks like they still are, but they are clear at the moment, so that's okay. And let's have one more shot of the B4 then. It should be coming into shot any second. Sorry, I have to have a drink. I don't know what it is about me getting ill when live streams are due, but yeah, I've always got a cough during live streams. You wouldn't believe it, would you? Sorry, I'll try and restrain it. It's one of those really irritating, tickly coughs though that just sort of creep up on you and you can't sort of hold them down or anything. Although if I tried to hold them down, I suppose my voice would fail, wouldn't it? Yeah, not a nice thing to try and do. Okay, folks, thank you for those. They were lovely. Yeah, to be honest, even the J94, even though I don't like the model, well, I don't dislike the model, I just disagree with a lot of the design choices with it. But despite all that, they're still nice locos to run, aren't they? They do look good. Oh, there goes the B4, just disappearing there. Where is she? Where is she? We should just get her through the bottom of this shot. Greetings from the NRM, says Rennie Rex. Wow, Sam Trains is on at the NRM. Gosh. Hope you're having a good day, Rainy, or Rennie, whatever your name is. Yeah, it is a good place, the NRM. Do love the NRM. Let's make an egg van cult, says Void Lair. Yes, I'll happily form a cult based around egg vans. I don't know if I'd want to worship them. Maybe it could be a cult designed to bring down egg vans, something like that. What's the opposite of an egg van? I don't know. What's the enemy of a chicken? A fox? What am I on about? I don't know. Yeah, you don't get fox vans, unfortunately. Thank God. That would be cruel, I imagine. Okay, this tangent is strange even for me. Okay, so thank you very much. That was Tagot 00, the not frying Yorkshireman. See, I've got eggs on the break now, thanks to you. The flying Yorkshireman and Shining Time 4. So thank you very much to you guys. We'll get on to some more requests in a second. First, doing those in videos. Okay, let's get on to some more requests then. As you can see, we have the next three set up ready to go. So Taggart 00 wanted to see Edward and Henrietta. There we go. Henrietta is the coach behind him there with some open wagons. Mion, thank you very much. Can you get Hornby's new book of trains sometimes? I did see that, yes, and I'm thinking about it. Would be lovely to try that for sure. Anyway, some open wagons, not ocean wagons, and a towed brake van on the back. My question to you guys in the chat is, can the Backman Edward manage all of those wagons? That is an awful lot of wagons. Will he be able to manage them? I don't think so. He's not going up Gordon's Hill, he's going to be coming down it, which might make things easier, but I'll be very surprised if he does it. However, last week I said I'd be surprised if a loco could manage a load, and it could. So let me know what you think. Do you think he'll manage it? I don't think so, but you let me know. Next up, we have a request to double head 2 Class 31s with some ocean wagons, and I missed who actually requested that. That was Lee Tong 16, so thank you very much, Lee. And then also I got requested for the Q1 with the railgun, and who asked for that one? That was Harry Chapman, so thank you very much, Harry. I'm not sure whether I've had the Q1 haul the railgun before, but he's certainly going to do it today. Right, what do you think? Do people reckon that old Edward, forgot his name for a second there. Do you think Edward will be able to manage all those wagons? How many have we got? Including Henrietta and the brake, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If he manages that, I think that's the biggest train he's ever pulled. James Wright says he should be able to do it. Yes, he will, but my Backman Edward is broken down, says SLD51. Oh, sorry to hear that. If I'm being completely honest with you folks, a lot of my Backman Thomas models have broken down as well. Ari and Bert have, I think, both gone. My Emily's broken. I think there was another, I forget now. But yeah, unfortunately, they don't last very long, and I don't know why. Well, I do know why, because they're poor quality, but why they should be poor quality, I have no idea. Anyway, the 2 Class 31s, these are very sort of crunchy trying ones, so we'll see how they get on. We'll start the Q1. Whether the railgun's actually on the track properly, I'm not too sure, because I had to do it in a bit of a rush. And here we go. Please, Edward. Oh, now that's cheating, Edward. You can't leave half the train behind. You've got to take the whole lot, because you'll crash on the second lap. Good try, though, Edward. That was very crafty of you. Right, let's see if you can do it. Let's follow him and see. Hopefully he won't cut out, because obviously he's only got 2 pickups going to each track, which isn't amazing, but we'll see. Okay, so this is the uphill section for him. Let's keep a close eye and see if he can do it. What's people saying? Emily says Fox Hill Railway. Yes, I know. And it's got one of those tiny little motors like the Pecketts use. And so unfortunately, I've not been able to replace it. All the railguns stopped on a curve. That's not very good. I think it's actually hit the... you can't quite see it. I think it's so long, and I haven't run it on the inside line before, I think it's actually hitting one of the beams. Gosh, that isn't very good. Oh dear, yeah, that is well and truly stuck. Oh dear. It's going to derail and it's going behind the bookcase before I can stop it. That's not going to end well. And there's no way that thing's going to fix itself back onto the track, is there? No way in hell. Right, so what we'll have to do is set this camera up, let you watch the 31s go by while we wait. On the other hand, Edward managed his load without a problem, which is really impressive. I wasn't expecting him to, so that's pretty amazing. Right, there we are, we're in shot. Let's put the railgun back on the track and get it round to the front. I'm sorry, Harry, that didn't work out too well, but at least I've managed to run it. Those Bachmann Thomas engines are no longer useful engines, says William Town. It's sad, but it is true, yes. In fact, Harry and Bert, if you remember, appeared in my Christmas special this year, and I think one of them had already broken down, and the other one broke down while I was trying to film it. So anytime you actually see them move, I think, if I remember correctly, I used string to pull them along, or cotton. It was a real nightmare, not good. But obviously I'd written the script at the time, and I couldn't do any other than use them. So, yes, not good. Here we go then. Let's get the railgun back to the front. And Edward, I'm very impressed with. I was not expecting that little light Edward to manage all that load without a problem. Kremilar, thank you very much. Saw Union of South Africa go by Chesterfield. Could not resist saying, oh my god, it's Mallard to wind up a grumpy rivet counter. Brilliant. Well done. What did he do? Sounds like something I might do. I'd love to know what he said. Did he hear? Oh, Rob Arnold, thank you very much, Rob. That's very generous of you. Thank you. Man, winding up rivet counters. Problem is they are quite easily wound up, aren't they? That's probably why it happens so often. Just enjoy yourself like what I do, and then you won't get wound up, will you? Yeah. Anyway, it's nice to see the Triangs run, wasn't it? They're good, well, noisy, but good, as you can see, good runners. There we are. Ooh. We've got good brakes, as you can tell, as well. There we are. I think that BR Blue one's more or less on its last legs. It's yeah, a little bit grumpy, to say the least, that one. And well done, Edward. I've yet again been proved wrong. You can haul more than I thought. And it has got the little toad on the back there, so that was lovely. Right, let's bring Edward to a stop then, shall we? Oh, if I can get there in time. There we go. Good job, Edward. That was fun. All right. What did you think to that one then, folks? Did you enjoy it? That was a good set, actually. Quite interesting. Now, we've had some really interesting requests today, actually, what with the Garrett and all the other stuff going on. Say, all hail the egg vans, please, says Rubin. Well, okay, all hail the egg vans, I said it. I don't believe it, though, that's one thing. Model for fun, says Jonathan. Yes, I agree. I agree. That's why you do it. Why on earth else would you do it? That's the good thing. How about buying a US diesel and rolling stock, maybe a GP9? Says Zach's Trains 1. Well, so Taggart 00 wanted to see the DJM J94 dragging Emily smokebox to smokebox with an auto coach and a towed brake van. So there you go, Taggart 00, thank you very much for your support. Hopefully that's basically what you asked for. And of course Emily's having to be dragged because her motor failed. So the J94 really is dragging Emily along there, which is pretty cool, I guess. There you go. And then Ronan's Railways asked to see another egg vans request. So we've got the E1, because it begins with E. E for egg, of course. And then some egg vans, the dreaded egg vans, of course, which for now do seem to be working okay. So to Ronan, thank you to you for your continued support. Really appreciate that. There we go. Egg-tastic. Omelette, anybody? I suppose I'll make one if you're having one. It is William Soutar's Chief Mechanical Engineer request. He wanted to see the... Alright, so this next one is from Trace Pierce, who wanted to see the H1 Atlantic with Pullmans. So there we go. As you can see, she's managing 5 Pullmans, which I don't think is too bad for a loco with just 4 driving wheels. It has slowed down quite a lot up Gordon's Hill, but it's managed it. So Trace, thank you very much for the support. I really do appreciate that, as you know. Beautiful. Yeah, the Atlantic wheel configuration's got to be one of the most beautiful, hasn't it? Absolutely gorgeous. The next one is from Taggart00. Thank you so much to you. Taggart actually sent me a photo to recreate for this one. So we've got the Sentinel and a wooden open wagon and then an LMS brake van on the back. And here is the photo he wanted me to recreate. As you can see, that wagon would have had passengers in it. It doubles up as a coach this time. So thanks very much, Taggart00. That one was really, really cool. And it's lovely to see the Sentinel run, of course. So appreciate you, Robert. Thank you. Here's another one then from Trace. Thank you so much, Trace. You're insanely generous. Wanted to see the E4 in the LBSC Umber hauling 3 teaks backwards, which is a cool idea. And of course, I just love that E4. This next one is a really lovely idea. Alright, this next grumpy engine is from Taggart00. Thank you very much. You want to see the BR Blue Triang Class 31 with a passenger train, so there you go. It is quite a noisy runner, this one, but it's very old. And I think given its age, it still runs really quite well. I thought it was on its last legs for years, but nope, it keeps going. So it was a good choice. I enjoyed running that. It's nice to see that again. Oh, it's like a low rumble as it goes past. Quite an impressive noise, actually. I've always liked that. This one's for Lapis Wake, who asked to see a BR Express Passenger Blue locomotive with 7 blood and custard coaches. Very specific, that. So I've gone with the A4, as you can see. And I do have, indeed, 7 blood and custard coaches. So Lapis, thanks for your support and a great request. Love those BR Blue locos. There we go. Anybody remember what that one's called? You've got 10 seconds to get it in the chat and then I'll tell you. Maybe you could read the nameplate, I don't know. It's probably moving a little bit fast. Alright, well, it's not Mallard, it's not Sir Nigel Gresley, it is Golden Eagle. There you go, well done if you got that right. And finally for now, this one is from Ronan's Railways. It's the last one for now, but if you do have an outstanding request, lots more still to come in the show. He wanted to see the Oxford Railgun running HS. Okay, go on then, let's carry on and do some more requests. What do you reckon? So, oh, I didn't do a good job of positioning them, did I? I might have to reverse some of these back. So, Kelly won't be pleased about this because somebody beat her to it, but Robert Taggart00, that's his proper name, I guess, requested the mana before you. So maybe Kelly will be pleased because she's getting 2 lots of mana today. So we have the mana class with basically a bit of a war train. So we do have the Warwell with the tank on it and also the 2 railguns. So we have the Krupp K5 and also the Bosch Buster, and you can tell just how different the liveries of those are. Even I didn't realise the extent of it. Looks very pasty, looks like an unbaked cake, doesn't it, that? And this one looks like it's been in for a bit too long. Yeah, interesting. Maybe it reflects the places that they were intended to be used in. Maybe it's just the models being, well, different. But either way, it's quite interesting. There we go. And then on the middle line, we have William Babcock, who's trying to cause trouble, I think. He wanted to see the 04 and the 02, which is, of course, the Tango. So let me show you that. The Tango at the front there, looks like it's derailed already. Don't think it has, though. It just sits awkwardly. She got a service this week. I actually stuck all the handrails back on and made some repairs, so she should be running well. With the 04, the Robinson 04, with the new Dapple wagons, which I have coupled up now. Let's get them forwards. They actually did couple fine. One of these wagons, these Cook wagons, didn't couple right, and of course the whatever those are, the mineral line or whatever they were, one of those didn't couple, but we knew it wouldn't because it had a slightly dodgy coupling, and also the egg vans as well. So let us know in the chat, do you think we're going to get derailments or not? Do you think we'll get away with it? Let us know and we'll see. I think we're going to have at least one because of course we've got the egg vans on, but we will see. They're not on the outside line, so the curves aren't too bad. For some reason the outside line, that S-bend on the outside line of Gordon's Hill, floors a lot of stuff. But hopefully it won't do today. And then we also have Train Fan 20, Train Fan 25, Stuart, that was it. Want to see Gadwell with some coaches. So thank you very much, guys, for those. Here we go. Let's catch up. I want to see the Dapple train myself. I'm not sure I trust it. Let's see. But it must be said, it looks great. That looks like a great mixed train, doesn't it? All sorts of mixed freight with the gunpowder at the back. Perish the thought. Well, we'll see how that goes. Hello. I'm keeping an eye on it all the way around, folks. Oh, we've lost a railgun. We've lost a railgun, folks. Look. Where is it? Oh, right, okay. No, it's on the other side. I'm going to have to stop that and bring it back. Oh dear. So which coupling didn't work right? We shall see. I've sent that in reverse. Oh, and I've missed the derailment. Oh no, it's all going completely wrong. I can just see the tango stopped. Right. Oh, goodness sake. I might have known. Let's bring that to a stop. In fact, let's stop all the trains because it's all going. In fact, Mallard can carry on. The middle line needs to stop. Manor can go on slowly. Shall we deal with one problem at a time? I'll tell you what, people are getting very good at choosing locos and rolling stock that misbehave. There goes the railgun. Going a bit fast. Ooh, that was a crunch. Question is, has it coupled? Let's see. And I still have absolutely no idea what's gone wrong with the Dapple train. No idea at all, but let's try this. Alright, so the railgun is coupled for now. Right, now the part that I'm not looking forward to, and I will stop the manor just while I investigate what has gone wrong with the Dapple wagons. Redvers B, could I please request the Rapido J70 with some brake vans? Great idea, sure, yeah, we can do that. Right, let's have a look, shall we? I can't really see anything wrong. Let's have a look, but I mean, the train's stopped dead. Why has it stopped? You know what, folks? I think it's the tango. I think I've blamed the wrong thing here. The train is not stuck. The Robinson wheels were going round, but I didn't notice whether the tango ones were. So maybe things aren't as bad as I thought they were. Let's see. Oh, I can. Is the tango wheels going? Are they moving, folks? Has the tango finally died? I serviced her the other day and she was fine. Oh dear. Let's try again. Oh, it's kind of didn't look like it was on the track right either. Eh? It's like it's not fitting on the rails properly. What? Ah. The valve gear has all seized up. And I tell you what, we've got the same problem. Hang on. We've got the same problem that the 1361 has. I didn't think this was an issue with the Tango, but maybe it is. Let's see. Seems that the back axle is very stiff. Look at that. Very stiff. On there. I mean, it's really struggling to move, is that? Let me show you that. I'm having to really push and then it just clicks. That's not very free. Let me get a screwdriver and we'll loosen up some of those screws. See if that fixes the problem. Oh, really? So there are more, so there's potentially another Helgen Loco that needs to have screws loose before it will run right. James again. Hi Sam, I've sent you photos. Oh, okay, for the Hall of Fame. All right, brilliant. Thank you. I'll look out for that. Thank you very much. Okay, okay. Now, as you can see, I've loosened the screw. that is now way freer. I'm confident now that that might work. Let's go and try. I don't know. Look at me blaming Dapple's wagons when it was nothing to do with them, as far as I know. I mean, they haven't completed a lap yet. So I won't count my chickens until they've hatched, but let's try again. Now, the only question is, has the Helgen's motor burnt out in the time it took me to realise something was wrong? Hopefully not. Right. Okay. I think that might be problem solved. I did not realise that was a problem on the Tango. I mean, I knew it was a bad loco, don't get me wrong, but I thought mechanically it was sound enough. But I can't deny that having loosened those screws, it's running again properly. Ah, oh, crikey. Best loco ever, says Bear Productions 2008. What did you fix it for, says Don. That's true, I should have let it suffer a bit, shouldn't I? Well, we'll see if it gets round a lap. Come on, it's got to do a lap unassisted, it's got to. Otherwise that is just total pants, isn't it, that? No, come on, we've got to let it do a lap. Let's keep an eye on the other trains, because obviously the railgun train has let us down already, sort of. Look at how nice and slow that's going. Looks like the Manor class is struggling a little bit with those. There's quite a lot of friction in the railguns just because of the sheer number of wheel sets, but yeah, it should be okay. Me Earn, do you plan to get the Bachmann Percy sometime? Yeah, I'd like to. If I find one for a good price, then why not? I would not say no. Right, so we're getting up to towards the problem area now. I thought I heard an unsavoury noise from one of the railguns as well. Yeah, I think I did. Looks like one of those is off as well. Oh, blimey. E350, thank you so much. One day we shall see it die on stream and it will be glorious. I hope so, I really do. Ooh, that railgun's definitely stopped in the wrong place now. Oh. I guess maybe they're not destined to be coupled together, but we'll try. Come on, Manor. Bad manners to stop back there, you know that. Okay, yeah, it was the Krupp, unfortunately, again. And it's come off, well, it's sort of come uncoupled and derailed as well. I'm guessing it was because of the derailment. So let's, I think we'll give that one up as a bad job, folks. What do you reckon? I could spend the rest of my life trying to figure it out. Right, stop that there. I think that's come off as well. Yeah, I mean, the coupling I put in was out of that AliExpress wagon. And the coupling is a bit loose, as you can see. It moves around, but I thought, you know, that movement would help it, if anything. And the Tango has indeed died in the same place again. What? That is so bizarre. I'm not kidding. Look. It seemed like problem solved, but it's literally dead again. But the Bachmann is still trying to force it along. That is really strange. Right, I'm at a loss, folks. I'm at a loss. We'll have another look at that Tango, see what's happened. I'm just bringing Gadwell to the front. There we are. I'll rescue the railgun first. Ugh, blimey. I think it's one of those days now. I think what happened is I tempted fate after that first run, and I said, oh, well, that all went quite well, didn't it? And yeah, now it's all going bottoms up, to say something more polite than I want to. Okay. Shall I just take it off, or shall I? No, let's take it off. I don't think it's going to work. Naughty Krupp 5, K5 even, whatever you are. Right, Tango. Let's find out what's wrong with the Tango, shall we? That's really odd that it would be totally dead. I take it off, loosen some screws, it works again. And then it dies in the same spot. And it hasn't derailed this time. I thought it looked as though it had derailed last time, but it doesn't seem like it has. Right. Note the wheels are free this time. Ah. Yeah, no, we've got a different issue this time. Let me show you. Yeah, I can see very clearly what the problem is this time. Can you see it too? We've got the rods. I think it looks like this crank pin has contacted the rest of the assembly there, and if I just click it, hang on, There we are. And now it's free again. So I mean, there's a lot of movement in that wheel set, look. And the crank pin is just touching the rest of the assembly. Don't know what I can do about that. Why that's only manifesting now, I don't know. I don't know if I upset something when I serviced it. It all looks like it's aligned as it should be. I can't say I'm very surprised for obvious reasons, but yeah, okay. So the Tango is down for the time being, it looks like, although I've freed it up. And I have just used my fingers to bend some of those other rods back out the way very slightly. That sometimes is enough to sort it out. So next time I run it, we will see whether that is any better. I doubt it. Hopefully it will. Who was that? E350. Better give it a Viking funeral. Oh, don't tempt me, E350. Do not tempt me. Right, hopefully then, if I set the other camera, let's go on there. Hopefully the superior Bachmann Robinson 04 will be able to finish the job. Yep. I mean, hopefully the motor hasn't been done in on that loco, because it's twice now that it's been struggling against the dead Tango. Not very pleased about that. But then again, I suppose I get what I deserve because I know how bad the loco is, and yet I keep running it, so I suppose it is sort of my fault. Alright. Well, by hook or by crook, each train has been able to, well, sort of get back to the front of the room. Not complete, but I guess I should just be glad for any results right now. Man, that was pretty eventful, and that's not the first eventful running session I've had over this series. I feel stressed now. Anyway, well, thank you very much for those people that requested those. Who have I got to thank the most? So it's William Babcock. I think you knew, William. I think you knew what you were asking for there. And also Taggart 00. Well, you know, it's never been tried before on my railway, so I think we'll let you off, Taggart 00, for that. Right, I'm going to go for a little bit of a break. I'm going to set up some more requests. When we come back, I've got loads more requests to do, so stay. Anyway, let's move on to the next lot of requests then. Man, how do I explain? Now, Kelly, if you're watching this, the loco on the outside line was not my idea, okay? I have a feeling that this might have been done to annoy you, but not by me, so please direct your angry comments elsewhere. So, it was Taggart 00 who wanted to see Broome Manor with the wrong tender. He wanted the completely wrong tender, so that's why, don't blame me, with any wagons, so we've got wagons on there. William Babcock wanted to see the B12 plus the wool winder with the Pullmans, so that's what we've got on the middle line there. And then it was Lee Tong 16 who wanted to see the 9F with ocean wagons and mega boxes with a 280 helper. I thought he chose the 8F, but my 8F doesn't work anyway on DC because it's DCC fitted, and normally it's okay, but double heading with another loco would probably upset it, so I've gone with the ROD 280 from the Great Western, or the War Department, or the ROD rather. Okay, so there we go, Broome Manor. You get 30 points, that's very generous. And these points, by the way, are never added up or recognised in any way. But if you can guess which loco that tender has been stolen from, you do get 30 points, and I will acknowledge it on chat, but that's all. If you can guess correctly. So I will be looking at the chat. Another thing to look out for is the AE1/3/B12 combo, because the B12 bogey tends to derail if it's got another loco coupled to it. So, you know, that's going to be a good time. So that's what I'm going to be following, but let's see how we get on with this. I hope you like the 2 peckets in the siding. I thought I'd just decorate the siding slightly for the stream. Not at all because I just couldn't be bothered to put them back away again. No, that's absurd. That's not the reason. Simple as that. I like the freight train there. It's going nice and slow, isn't it? That looks pretty cool. And here we have, you get a good look at this tender if you're trying to gain the 30 points that are so desperately coveted. Takuma Sensei, the first train poster, train sporter, what did I read that? Was the class T1, class 4444, 52 of them, 1942 to 1946, and they made nearly 6,000 horsepower, but they had problems. Oh, okay, well, wow, thank you very much for the super chat there and for the information. That is fantastic. I wonder what problems they had then. That doesn't sound good. They look unconventional, don't they? I mean, maybe that's partly why they had issues. They were pretty unconventional. 9F tender, I am rubbish, says SLD51. Why are you rubbish, SLD51? Saint class tender, says James Keane. Nope, not Saint class. I realise we probably haven't had a good look. See if we can get a good look. It's a mortar from World War One. Okay, yep, did say that. How's O-Gauge, Sam? Love the look of the Hattons Warwell wagon, says Mark7188. Yeah, the Hattons Warwell was absolutely incredible. I loved it. And it's going well, thanks. Yeah, I can honestly say, hand on heart, that I love O-Gauge. It is fantastic. Yep, she's screaming. Can you please give me a shout out, says Richford Franey. Sure, no problem. B1, says Helen Apps. You know, I think that's right. It is from the Bachmann B1, which has the same loco to tender coupling, so that was the clue, I guess. Yeah, it had to be a Bachmann tender. It's Tornadoes tender, says Mark Leatherland. That's a good guess. It kind of, well, it's LNER, so I can see where you're going with that. But that's cool. That's fine. What is this for? A train turntable? You mean that? Yeah, that is the Hornby turntable. It's not very good. A lot of people say, I'm getting the Hornby turntable. And I would say, really? Are you sure? It's not brilliant, you know. I don't know. Maybe others are better than mine, but mine sucks. It took a lot of work to get the darn thing to go. It wasn't very good. HORO, says Snow P175. That is very difficult to say. I will always love HO/00 because there's so much available. If you wanted to get a collection the size of mine in O-Gauge, yeah, you probably wouldn't, unless you're a rock star or something, or with an insane amount of money. But even then, you'd need a warehouse to store it all in, wouldn't you? So, yeah, I mean, I think O-Gauge is probably more impressive, isn't it? But I think for its size and price, it gets the right balance, does O-Gauge. Sorry, does double O-Gauge and HO scale. So, yeah, I think that's probably what I would say, but I love both. If I had to say which one I actually like the best, I would have a much more difficult time. Hard to say, very hard to say. Right. Last train coming in with the 9F. So thank you guys for those requests, they were awesome. Loads more still to come, so if you've made one and you haven't seen it yet, don't despair, they will be coming. And if I can't get them done today, they'll still get done. They'll just get done next time. So nobody gets missed out unless I miss you somehow. But like I say, I do double and triple check, so it's very unlikely. All right, nice. Did you like those? What did you think to that? We also have George Warren. Hope you're doing well today. Oh, thank you, George. I hope you're doing well. I hope everyone's doing well.